Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Janice. If you're new here, thank you for stopping by. Please consider to like, subscribe, and support this channel. Today's video we're gonna be reacting to another Senate hearing with my favorite guy ever, Mr. John Kennedy. I can never get enough of this guy. Like, I enjoy watching his videos. He's the I mean, one senator that would get me watching political debates like for an entire day, and I wouldn't be tired of it because he's that good. He's funny, he's on point, and he gets straight to the matter. So we're gonna be watching one of those kind of hearing that I really like from him is when he's confronting people about their past tweets and past statement that they've made on social media, and it's so hard for them to admit that it came from them. So let's watch this video and react to it, and I hope you find it as funny as I have found it. So let's watch it together.
Chairman, and thanks to all of our witnesses who have joined us today.
This one is about to be good.
Mr. Payne, we start with you, sir. You're kind of in the middle.
Oh yeah.
You work for the Campaign Legal Center. Is that right?
That's correct.
Is your website campaignlegal.org?
Correct.
Does not the front page of your website say, I'm going to quote here, I'm going to get it right, the current U.S. Supreme Court is a threat to our democracy. The current U.S. Supreme Court is a threat to our democracy. Did I read that right?
What I can say is that our
But is that on your website?
I am not certain exactly what's on the
Here
website.
it is, right here,
Okay.
big as Dallas.
What that refers to is the voting rights voting rights cases of the Supreme Court. Our
That's
organization
big as
is a
Dallas.
voting rights organization that fights for all Americans that have the ability to vote.
Yeah, but you got to click a bunch of times to find that explanation. I just want to make sure I read that correctly. A few months ago,
I'm sorry, this part is so funny. So it is on his website. He admit that it's his website, but he doesn't know about the quote on the website. He doesn't really know what's on the website. Okay. Did I get that right? Let's keep watching.
Mr. Payne, you retweeted the following statement. Some justices are politicians in robes who thrive in a system where access and influence are for sale. Some justices are politicians in robes who thrive in a system where access and influence are for sale. Now that's a pretty bold statement.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Senator, is that a news article?
No, sir. That's a retweet here. You tweeted this out. Tell me which justices are for sale.
I don't recall that tweet, but
Here it is. November 21, 2022. Can you tell me which justices are for sale?
I want to know too.
No.
Are any of them for sale?
No, the problem is that the American public has a perception that some
Yeah, but
justices
I'm
may
going
be.
to establish the point first. I want to know. You tweeted this out. Do you believe that some justices are for sale? And if so, which ones?
No, Senator, I do not believe that justices are.
Then why don't you tweet?
Oh my goodness, I'm gonna tell you something. If you're coming in front of this guy, you better be prepared. You better have done your homework. Like, I would be so scared to go in front of Kennedy to be questioned by him. Like, he just has a way of making everything so simple and getting straight to the point where you cannot escape his question, because he's gonna make it clear and simple for you to understand. And these are actually facts because he's pulling them from your past tweets. Oh, now you don't recall, you don't know, and now you're admitting no, justices are not for sale. Like, why would you tweet or retweet something like that if you didn't believe in it? Because I would like to think that most of the time that we post or tweet something on social media, it's because we actually believe that, or we support whatever the message is, because people usually identify it with stuff that they actually believe in. So why would you retweet something like that if you didn't believe it? Or is it that now that you're being confronted by it in front of him, you're changing your mind? Okay, let's keep watching.
So
What can you provide more context of what that is?
I'll get you a copy, but here it is. I
Okay.
checked it and triple checked it. You also said less than a month ago that John Roberts, you retweeted this out. John Roberts is a disgrace.
No, I actually.
I disagree with Justice Roberts. Well, you didn't call him Chief Justice Roberts. You called him John Roberts.
No, this is.
Or
No respect.
You retweeted this.
No, Senator, I did not retweet that.
Yes, sir, you did right here.
I will need to see. I will. Can you provide a copy to me
Sure.
now? But
Sure.
I did not. Retweet.
Can you tell me why you think Chief Justice Roberts is a disgrace?
I did not say that. Did not retweet that.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Maybe Twitter got it wrong.
Don't want to get it wrong.
Let me
I
ask
like
you
that.
this, because
Twitter got it wrong.
the unstated premise of all this, sometimes it's stated, but the unstated premise of all this is that some justices have been bribed. Let's just cut to the chase.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Now, let me stay with you, Mr. Payne. Well, let me go to Mr. Fogel. I don't want to just pick on you.
You don't know where
You
to
can
go.
you can be looking up on Twitter where you say those things.
I did not like this guy. And he's
on
laughing.
April 4th, 2019, the American Civil Liberties Union paid for Justice Sotomayor's trip to San Juan, Puerto Rico. You ever been to San Juan, Mr. Fogel? Is it expensive?
I keep forgetting. Well, it depends when you go.
Yeah. How much you think it costs to go down there?
It depends whether you fly first class or economy.
What if you fly first class?
Oh, probably a couple $1,000s
Okay.
Yeah.
The ACLU, do they have cases in front of the Supreme Court?
all the time.
They do, all the time?
Sure.
Do you think the ACLU was trying to bribe Justice Sotomayor?
No, sir, I don't.
I don't either. I don't either. But that's the unstated premise of all of this.
Well, Senator, if I
All
may,
these articles about Justice Clarence Thomas and the Chief Justice of the United States and Justice Gorsuch, who sold an interest in an LLC to a Democratic donor who had never met, that they bought him, isn't it?
may I say something,
Of
response,
course.
Senator? I think there are two things going on here today. I think there is a political conflict, which is, as I said earlier, it's very intense. It's hyper-partisan. Both sides have things to say.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think there's an ethical
Well,
issue.
when you accuse people of being bribed, it
No,
kind
I'm not
of
accusing.
gets their attention.
Sir, hold on a second. I'm not accusing anybody of being bribed.
I agree.
I'm not.
But some people are.
Some people are. The reason I'm here is I think that there is an ethical issue that, as Senator Graham said earlier, it would be good for the court to think about in terms of being more transparent. That is what I care about. That's the only thing I care about. There's a lot of political back and forth that's very interesting. I'm interested in it as a citizen of the United States. But I think the most useful thing that this or any other committee could do is think about how do we make our institutions.
Well, how are you going to do that in the context, though, of one of our leaders, for whom I have great respect, going on the steps of the United States Supreme Court, telling two justices if they vote in a way he doesn't like, they will pay the price and reap the whirlwind. And you have another one of your witnesses here tweeting out stuff saying, quote, Some justices are politicians in robes who thrive in a system where access and influence are for sale.
Yeah.
He said they were bought like a sack of potatoes.
Okay. I'm not
like a
I'm not
sack
gonna
of
comment on that,
potato.
Senator. That's not.
Oh my goodness. I have to say though, I think a lot of times people tend to forget at the end of the day we're all human beings and we are all faulty, and regardless of how you feel, sometimes people are going to be biased based on their beliefs, based on their culture, based on how they were raised, and that's a fact. It's a fact of life. And I would think it's the same for the justices as well, that yes, their job is to upheld the Constitution and is to do everything from a neutral point of view, but we also have to bear in mind that a lot of times that it shouldn't be, but some decisions they have to make might be swayed by what they actually believe as human beings. Because let's take for example a justice a judge that doesn't believe in abortion. It's probably because of their belief. It's probably because they believe in life that they wouldn't support something like that. So it is a little bit bold to go as far as to say that some justices are for sale without having any proof, and you're just saying that based on how they vote on certain laws that you don't agree with. So I think that is a bold statement to make, but the same way Democrats are saying, oh, those justices are for sale or whatever, it's the same thing. Why do you think Democrats are fighting so much to have so many judges in power? It's because they want these people to influence the type of laws that they want to pass and to have like a better advantage at doing that. So it would be the same for the Republican Party as well, because everybody wants people that will support their own agendas and their own policies. And of course, you're gonna go with people that actually share your belief and share your point of view. It would have been, in a perfect world, all judges would be neutral and they would base their opinion solely on constitutional laws and really see Lady Justice as being blind. But unfortunately, we're not in a perfect world, and whether we like it or not, people are gonna be biased at times, and people are gonna be influenced by what they believe and their political views, whether we like it or not. So that is not something we can ever uproot. We can only hope that those individuals will do things based on their conscience and they will try to be as neutral and as just as possible. That's all we can hope for. And it's always fun to me to watch those hearings whenever he's questioning people, and you just don't know what to expect. And every time you come in front of him, you better come prepared, because he's always prepared and he's gonna ask you questions. And I just kind of love some of his sayings. He'll go like, oh, it's as big as Dallas or as long as King Kong's arms. It's always funny to me. And if you enjoy his videos as much as I do, please write in the comments. Let me know if you like Senator Kennedy as much as I like him, and if you want to see more of these reactions, because I really enjoy doing them. I wish I had more time during the week to record a lot more, but yeah. Let me know what you think. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.